Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to Dungeon Not Included, everybody.
Hello.
Yay.
And next on our Halloween game countdown.
That's right.
Halloweester.
Oh man, yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while since we played Katanas and Trenchcoats.
We're playing Katanas and Trenchcoats still? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm actually looking for our role for our party, but while I'm doing that, how about we do a quick refresher for all the viewers and listeners about where we were last time and who we are now. Pretty existential. Who are we
right.
now?
I can throw it a little bit. Skip Clifton, boy detective, ghost detective, who has a my dog Pickle as my psychopomp that kind of keeps me grounded. Where we last left off with me, I was in the middle of walking out of town as fast as possible because I had gone to investigate a old age home, trying to find anybody who could remember anything about what happened to me and how I died. And the old age home was haunted by something much scarier than I. So, and after threatening to kill the one person who has information about me, I decided to leave as fast as I could. I was then met up by the rest of the party on the road. Then we had a showdown with an old man and such. You guys can fill those blanks in if you want to from there. Introduce yourselves again for the audience and go from there.
Rebel, would you like to go next?
Sure. I am playing Roxy the Hare, a mechanic car wizard, part of a body modding gang. We are not currently where my gang is located in Darkest Vancouver, so it's just me. And last time, what ended up happening was the ghost tried to kill an old man to threaten Skip, who had run off on his own. And then we drove out into the desert, saw somebody was following us, and I ran down an old man on foot so that we could threaten and extort him. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember how far you'd gotten into the threatening and extorting part, but
we hadn't done anything. We ended when we caught him.
Yeah. And I am playing Adam Hatt. I just realized our lower thirds are not activated. Blam! And I am playing a immortal caveman, sort of, just a really, really old immortal who never had anything interesting happening to him in his entire life. He's just missed everything important, every world event. He was just in another part of the world at the time. And he's the one who screwed things up sort of by stumbling upon the old man, who turns out to be the guy who's in charge of the like historical society. So we're here trying to unravel the mystery of what happened to Skip Clifton, how he passed, and we've been foiled by like probably a volunteer position as town historical society. He saw me in a bunch of old photos, and there we go, all caught up.
Awesome.
Yeah. So are we still at the side of the road? Do we want to do this at the side of the road? Did he kind of like pass out? I don't think I think either works, but how do we want to play this?
I think we were at the side of the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to know what you do with this old guy. That's
yeah.
I carry him back under my arm like a duffel bag. And then I gently set him down in front of our car with us standing between him and his car.
You stay there. Be quiet. I need to talk to the two of you. Three of you, as Pickle barks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes. Pickle's like, yeah. Don't forget about me.
No, I think
So-
it's more. I think Pickle assumes that he's in the group and that they're
Yeah.
talking about bringing me in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that I'm the fourth that we need
Yeah.
to pull in. Yeah.
That's cute.
yeah. I know who this guy is.
You know him?
Yeah, he runs the local historical society. I went there to get some information about what might have happened, the windmill and all that. And he spotted me and gave me the wooby eyes. Then there was a bunch of pictures of me from like way back.
Interesting.
You still have that phrase, right? Wooby eyes. That's still popular. Everybody says it's
No.
still, right? No.
No.
I'm older than Roxy, and I've never heard that.
God. Sad.
Is it like, are you
It's like
supposed
when
to keep
somebody looks at you and gives you kind of a weird look. Is what happened. Is what that's a wooby eye.
like the evil eye?
No, come on. Don't be ridiculous, magic hoodoo.
Is it like in the cartoons when a wolf sees a pretty waitress and their eyes get really big and out of their head and go like, and their tongue hits the floor?
Yes, I
And
think
all
we're
that-
getting a little lost in the weeds, but that was very accurate.
Okay. Regardless of all that bullshit, is it like important that he doesn't know you're immortal? Like, is this like a secret?
Not that I'm aware, but
Then
That's great
why
that
do
he
you
doesn't know.
care?
well, he knows. Well, he could cause a lot of mischief, and also he could get himself in trouble. And also, I'm telling you so that we don't rough him up too bad. I don't think he was meaning any harm following us. I think he was just curious about my bod,
Mm.
my immortal bod.
You could have phrased that so many other better ways.
Don't see
Well,
how.
we don't know what he's into. It could be. Let's not
Hey.
judge.
Things happen, and I've been there. Yes, I'm very attractive to old people.
So I'm gonna ignore that and ask why are what I don't understand. Shouldn't we just let this guy go? What do we care?
Maybe not let him go, but also maybe not shake him down too hard. If we could just put him away somewhere until we get more answers from what's going on with Skip. Which, by the way, Skip, why are we leaving town now? Don't you want to solve the mystery of the U?
Oh, I do. I'm just very scared for the man in the man in the nursing home.
Mm,
Right, yeah, but the whatever it was doesn't know that we're associated with you, so
No, I
we're probably
agree.
cool to go talk to that guy.
Also,
You two definitely. I know that if I can sense it, it can sense me, and I don't want to risk being a trigger that ends this man's life.
quick query I never asked before. The thing about ghosts possessing people, does that happen? And I look over
No.
at the guy in the back seat.
Yeah. I could try. Do we want to try
don't-
that?
I think maybe we shouldn't
Yeah. I don't
possess
we
the man
just-
who, as now I realize, has done literally nothing wrong, as far as I can tell. He
Agreed. But
followed us
here's
out of
counterpoint.
town.
I think it'd be nicer if we could put him out of his misery in a way that doesn't kill him, or lock him in a room for like a few days while we investigate. And also, I miss Skip. I want him around. He's my little buddy.
I don't understand why we're locking this guy up. Like, what threat does he pose? He's an old man. I chased him down on foot.
Well, it could be more than physical threat. He could tell people that we're up to no good, and then people with powers can stop us, like the people who's threatening to kill that cop.
I would say this. I think that if this person is willing to follow Adam into the desert and such away from this place the way that they did, I would be afraid that they would follow Adam into whatever situation Adam's going into out of fascination, and I would not
So we
want to.
just
Yeah, so I do think the idea of coming up with a solution that is not death, but also a good way to get him out of town for a bit, or convince him a good reason not to follow us, because I don't want collateral damage on this.
Yeah, I also like the idea of us finding a way to shoehorn Alex's character back in. So I miss Alex. I miss Skip. Want him around.
Okay, number one, this guy followed us out into the desert, and then I drove backwards and completely outpaced him to stop his car. And two, I then ran him down when he tried to run onto the desert. I don't think he's going to be bothering us anymore if we just tell him to fuck off.
I don't know if it seems like if he has like, describe this shrine to you of photos that this man has, because if it's obsession enough, I wouldn't think saying fuck off is going to do enough to keep him from following us. If he's an obsessive, I think that us saying no isn't going to do it.
Yeah, I think we're at the stage where we're like, we are attempting to role play, talk through all possible scenarios, but like, what do we want it to be? If like as players, we definitely don't want to deal with this guy anymore, then it's just, yeah, he's not a threat.
I'm always of the mentality that a scene is always worth having than not having. So if we can find a way to put this guy in as part of the plan, since we established him,
that's exactly my point. My argument.
Might as well try. I don't know if possession is the way to go, but I think the next step is we wake this guy up and we start talking and see where it goes.
I agree, Alex.
He's not passed out. I just grabbed him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just
we
bring them into the story officially, as opposed to like ending an episode on him being captured and then starting this episode with the "Go on your own way, old man." Yeah, I agree. Let's do that. Okay, let's interrogate. And if you want to do a little slippy, I'm just saying you could. No, that's weird.
That sounded
everything I
so sexual.
I'm not saying it isn't. Dude. All right, yeah, let's talk to him. Let's get his name first of all. I don't know. I don't think we ever named him. I doubt it.
I don't think we did.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's not written down if we did, so
it means nothing.
Write stuff down.
All right.
All right. Well, Roxy will turn around and say, Roxy will turn around and say, hey, you, what do you want?
He looks over at Adam and says, is it true that you are as old as I think you are?
How old do you think I am?
At least 150.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, how's that possible?
No, I don't know that. Sometimes it just happens.
But you were in this town 150 years ago.
Yes.
Those are pictures of you I saw. Wow. And he starts asking you like detailed questions about what the town was like back then.
I give very non-committal answers, not because I'm trying to avoid anything, but because like I don't really know much.
You don't remember much.
I spent a lot of time in the brothel. Yeah, there was a mayor, I think.
There was a mayor.
Some kind of leader. He had a
Look, you
face.
could ask Adam questions all day, and you might get some very boring answers that will make you very happy, but we don't have time for that. Not
Why
you, the rest of us. We've got other shit going on, man. Our life does not revolve around the fact that this guy's immortal or whatever.
Yeah, it's hardly ever come up actually. What's your name, old timer? You know what I mean.
It's Oscar Herrera.
Oscar. Well, Oscar, I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability, but maybe you could help us out a little bit.
And how would I help you?
We need someone who has reason to be poking around. In town.
What are you trying to find out?
I look at the other two, like trying to get is this worth doing? Yeah.
I mean,
He pushes his Coke bottle
it's
lenses back up on his nose.
yeah. Roxy will say it skips shit. So
Oscar, hi, Skip Clifton. I don't know if that name means anything to you.
Says,
But
yes.
as a member of the
Of the
Historic
Clifton Kids.
Society, yes, hi, I am Skip Clifton of the Clifton Kids, and I just like quickly yeah, I'm here, and you're probably wondering why I also am not having aged, and I just like quickly like throw my hand like through Adam's face, just kind of like
and
back and
Adam's
forth.
smiling and nodding, like he's excited for
Yeah.
Oscar that this
Yeah.
is an experience he's having.
So I have apparently also been here, different time period, not 80 years ago, but I actually don't remember much of it, and I'm wondering if maybe you might be able to help us out. We have reason to believe that one of the only people who was around at that time uh, is currently in one of the when I went missing, is currently in the old folks' home up the street. Do you know anything about the assisted living center, or frankly, about what happened to me? Maybe a windmill? Any of that ringing bells?
Yeah. Oscar says, yes, I remember many years ago when you and the other Clifton kids visited town. I was living here at the time.
Oh, perfect. You don't remember what we were here investigating, do you?
There was a series of incidents at the old windmill.
Perfect. Okay. What sort of incidences? And you don't happen to know where that windmill would happen to be or where it was?
Yes, I do remember where it was.
Mhm.
And pulls out like an old a map of the town out of his jacket and starts pointing out where the windmill is on the map for you.
Perfect.
This
Do I
guy part of our team.
recognize? Yeah, do I recognize any of the landmarks from that? Like, in terms of like,
No, you have a real memory block about this.
no, but in
particular
terms of like,
incident.
yeah, but like if there's any, so like if this is any sort of a historic town, like if I can see where the old town hall is, or where, because I went to town hall already, when I saw the
Mhm.
records, like assuming that it's the old town hall is still, or the current town hall is standing where the old one was, can I get a like general vibe of the map as to whereabouts I should be looking? Like,
Yeah, the windmill was off the outskirts of town.
okay, so it's not in town proper. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm pretty sure I did a lot of drinking with a lot of
Yeah.
cowboys to get the location of the windmill.
You did, yeah.
But other information that he has about the case would be useful for sure.
Yeah, basically there was a series of disappearances up at the windmill.
Series of disappearances. Clifton kids went to investigate. Then you disappeared too.
And that's right. Skip disappeared, and then there was a cover-up.
Yeah, I think who's the old guy who you were trying to talk to, Skip?
He was a police officer.
Police
Yeah,
officer,
He was
whose
the
name I
he
also
was a
don't
detective
remember.
assigned to the case. Oh, he was he was a deputy at the time. Like he was like low
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
totem pole, but he's the only surviving member of the police force at the time, and he's currently being poltergeisted in a place away from us.
Hey, Rebel, what's the best kind of radio you got on you? Like a two-way radio.
You mean Roxy?
Sorry, it's the double R's that throws me. Roxy. What's the no, Rebel? I'm just what's the best walkie-talkie you got on? Wondering. I meant to ask you before we went live, but
that's our
Merry
that's our new
Christmas.
medium. We're getting off podcasting and going entirely ham radio for the future. It's a lost medium.
We will be recording tape recorders of our radio conversations.
That's right. And when we
yeah, we're only using the Home Alone 2 Lost in New York Talkboy tape recorders.
Literally never seen that movie.
Oh my
I only know the reference to the toy. Talk. Yeah, so you got something like that we could rig up?
I could see what junk I got in my car, but yeah.
Because listen, I don't think it's a good idea for any of us. Certainly not Skip, but not us either, to go talk to the old guy. But there's every reason in the world for Oscar to do it and not be suspicious, and all he has to do is radio us and tell us what the copper knows. Meanwhile, we'll go investigate the windmill and stick together as a team. Good plan?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's a plan.
Sure.
Would you be okay with that, Skip? You're okay with doing windmill?
Oh, totally.
Distance?
Let's do this. Let's get to that windmill.
So that after I got confirmation from Roxy and Skip, I look over at Oscar and be like, "We need a favor."
He says, "Yes, I'm very interested in helping you."
Okay. In exchange for him being our agent that goes and talks to the cop, I will answer any 3 questions right now he has about the town century and a half ago. And what's great about this is that although nothing interesting has ever happened to Adam, the mundane stuff that happens to Adam is actually very interesting to a history expert.
Yes, it's very true.
Yeah.
It's so real.
Yeah, he just asked you some like detailed questions about people who lived in the town back then and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I fill in the blanks on 3 ridiculous things. I feel very good. Somebody has asked my opinion about something, and then we'll go off.
Okay. Yeah, he'll get back in his car and drive to the hospital.
Okay. All right. So that's a dangling thing. We'll roll to see if anything good or anything bad comes from that later, and then let's do this, man. Let's go check it out. The windmill. Are you ready? Skip, are you ready?
Skip's as ready as he's gonna be at the moment. He's still dealing with, facing down his own mortality.
Yeah,
for lack of a better, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Both ways. It's your original mortality, how you died, and then your immortality going away, theoretically. Yeah. All right. Let's have a talk about that. Skip.
All right.
Do you want to talk to me about whether or not it's worth giving up forever life, or not yet?
I think we can have that. We can have that conversation while we walk there if we want to do a scene.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
I don't think we can allow ourselves to walk there, though. I think Roxy.
No. We're definitely we're definitely driving.
After we've driven to the hill where the windmill is.
Yeah.
The walk.
Right.
In case you two want a little bit of privacy.
Well, I think
you can be there. You can absolutely be there.
Yeah, and it would be great if you have the one-on-one with him about life, because you're the only living person here, or the
That's true. Yeah.
person who has to face
The
mortality.
non-immortal person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
mean, Skip's not really immortal either. Skip has had many instances of a psychopomp being like, "The clock is ticking, my dude."
Yes, but this is a relatively new development that
Mhm.
was not something that
Mhm.
was in his past. So up until now, uh, there's just been a calling through the dog to solve mysteries in hopes that the next one will be his last. I'll
Mhm.
Quantum Leap.
Quantum leap.
Right.
Mhm.
You got a Quantum
Rebel,
Leap reference? Whoa,
the
whoa,
the
whoa!
rebooted one though, right?
Yeah.
The original was Scott Bakula, obviously.
Yay!
Look at you making references beyond your time.
Mm.
Normally, it's the kind of thing you'd
That's
be like,
like
"I'm too young
Scott
for this
Bakula is timeless.
podcast."
Scott Bakula, like Adam, is immortal and
Mhm.
eternal.
Yes.
I mean,
Totally
he was
fair.
on fucking, oh my god, CSI Miami, I want to say.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sure.
He was on
Yeah.
one of the CSIs.
Mm-hmm. Also, the McElroy Brothers, a podcast for people my age, reference
Yes.
Scott
Him
Bakula a lot,
regularly.
which is
Yes,
how
they
I
do.
found out that he was the guy who played the main guy from Quantum Leap,
Mhm.
which I have seen.
Yes.
But good reference. I like it.
Yes.
So
So Skip,
Uh,
you're getting to you look like you're coming to the end of a long road. You ready for that?
theoretically, I mean, it's been a while. Pickle's done a lot to get me here, and I know that not going forward, while probably the easier thing, is the more dangerous thing for Pickle. So I'm gonna go in, but I'm uneasy about it.
Mhm. You're doing this for your dog, then?
He's done so much for me.
Yeah.
I can't. I've had my life. It was short from what I can remember, but then it was long and full of adventure. But I can't let anything happen to him. I can't. It's one of the only things I have left besides my sister. And I don't know what happens. If he goes, I go. And if we're both gone, who's with her?
Do you think he stays around when you're gone?
I don't know.
You
I
don't-
don't know. I do know that if I don't do something, he's going to go regardless.
Right. There's another option.
There's
We
another
could
one.
stop all this and kill the psychopomp, the one that's hunting you.
I have a feeling I would love that. Don't get me wrong, it hurt Pickle. We could definitely try that. I have a feeling it's not the only one.
Maybe
I think
not.
that if that one goes away, there'll be more. And in fact, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, out of character, Brennan, we learned that when we did the book, when I studied the book back in what's his name's your stoner dude who
Yeah.
Oh
when we
god, that
studied that
guy.
we got a lot of information about him, about the guy hunting me specifically, but we had to
Kung
create
Fu.
words that were generic for me because he's any of the psychopomps out there could come after me, correct? It's not just him. He's just the one who's currently targeting me.
I don't think we knew that. I think we knew that we couldn't. Maybe it was the cart before the horse. We're
Oh,
protecting
okay.
all psychopomps because we didn't know him yet. I can't
Yeah.
remember that, but I don't remember it being specific to it being any. I don't think you've got the
Okay.
entirety of the. So I can't make up this decision for you, and It's nice having someone who can potentially be around for a while, but
Mhm.
you know, I would feel more comfortable if you were leaving. It was on your own terms and not because you felt like you had to.
I understand that. Uh, and yes, I would love to kick this guy's ass. Uh, and
And if we
maybe
did, if we were able to kick his ass and stop this from being a problem, would you still want to know the answers and go on the other side?
I think that's. I think I'll know when I'm there. I think I don't. I can't be certain. There's so much out there. There's the rest of my family is out there
Mhm.
on the other side, but I do have some people here who need taken care of.
I understand. Well, if you do go, I'll watch over Rue until she dies,
Well, thank you.
which is pretty soon.
It's
She's
It's
very
true.
old.
Thank you. That is true. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that.
No problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Adam is he's seen lots of people die and he's got to get used to it.
Mhm.
So far. All right.
So far.
Yeah. Do you want to arrive there? Or you want to talk to Roxy? What should we do?
Well, I feel like Roxy. If Roxy overhears us and wants to chime in, feel free. Otherwise, we can just keep on.
I think Roxy will chime in and
Perfect.
say,
Yeah.
well, the first thing Roxy will say is, you know, I know you're staying around for your sister, but, you know, she's not going to last forever either. She's got people to meet on the other side. You're just arriving a little early.
Sure, but she's been alone for so long. When you go from being a really close family to being alone, I mean, because I've been doing it when I'm not with her, that's where I am, is alone, other than Pickle. And I look down, they go, rub Pickle's head. And loneliness sucks. And I'd rather see her off to the end with someone, with family, than arrive a little early.
You know, I've got a pretty big family. Partially because I've expanded it. I've had a lot of people in my life who've meant a lot to me. And I've also had a lot of people in my life who I thought of as family need to move on, whether it's because they got someplace else to be or because they died straight up. And I know that it can feel lonely when people leave you by choice or by circumstance, but they never really go away. They'll always be there in their own way. And holding on to that feeling of loneliness, holding on to that idea that if you move on, Rue will feel that loneliness. That's not the whole picture. Because even if you're gone, even if Pickle's gone, we're your family now. Me and Adam, all of the menagerie. We'll take care of her. She won't be lonely.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Can Rue ride a motorcycle? No, never mind. We'll teach.
Listen, I've got
Ruby
plenty
becomes like
of
fully body modded.
I've got plenty of wheelchair accessible ways for Rue to get on the road if that's what she wants.
I'll admit I was
But-
searching for pictures of Rue McClanahan as a biker, and surprisingly none. And I say surprisingly because there's some amazing photos of her back in the day, but just I
Yeah.
bet Estelle Getty did.
Yeah.
Anyways, and grandeur. That was great. I like that.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
nice.
Yeah.
For and family.
And family, yes.
We're all family.
Mhm.
It's about family.
Basically all Olive Garden references around here.
When you're here, you're in the menagerie.
I love yes. In fact, that's the menagerie slogan. It says that.
When you're here, you're in the menagerie.
Yes. And then you get never-ending salad and breadsticks when you visit. It's great.
Yeah, that's one of the things that that Bertha offers at the bar. It's
Absolutely.
never-ending salad and breadsticks.
Breadsticks, yep.
It is almost 3 a.m. here, and I'm trying really hard not to laugh so loud. For our sharp-eared listeners, I am currently in Spain.
Yeah.
It's all part of the ARG. You needed to do the math on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you've arrived at the windmill at this point. It's old and decrepit. It's pretty much fallen down.
Is it an actual windmill?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, let's look around for. First of all, can you confirm that we still have signal from Oscar? Maybe just it's still working.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me look around first to make sure there isn't like a deadfall that's going to kill us all.
Well,
So you actually
kill
have
some of
an
you.
ability.
The sense danger thing?
Yes.
I think it's only to myself, but let me look. Where is it? Blah, 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 blah,
And
blah.
it's something about
Mythical
threats
threat
that are.
Threat.
Yeah.
What is it based on? Is it the mystic sense? Is it from
I don't think you need to
Acheron?
roll for it.
It happens. I have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. What do I sense?
There's definitely some supernatural force that is threatening to you and your friends here.
I take a step closer. Does it feel more threatening?
Yes.
Okay. There's definitely something that wants to keep us away. Something mystical.
All this mystical shit. I
Um,
can't believe I'm still not used to it.
sorry, I'm just reading through my Cosmic Witness piece here because I want to make sure I use it. I'm using it properly.
Yes.
Well, because so for those at home, Cosmic Witness is one of the moves that I have. It allows me to ask the Darkest Cosmos, which is just Brennan, anything by spending 2 Pneuma, as long as it has to do with the mystery at hand. Though it can't have to do. I'm never able to ask questions about my purpose for being a phantom, any other phantom's purpose, or anything incomprehensible to mortal minds.
You might be
Which
able to
I feel like this hits a lot of those. Darkest Cosmos. I'm going to spend 2 Pneuma. Where's my sheet? How many Pneuma do I have?
You have 6.
I have 6. All right, I'm going to spend 2 Pneuma to ask you. Actually, before I do, never mind. I take it back. I'm going to grab the walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Because this is going to lead. Hey, Oscar?
Yes.
Are you by any chance, did you get any information? Do you have any chance near this guy? Because I would love you to ask a question for me.
Yes, I'm with Officer Hawkins, former Officer Hawkins.
We have gotten a lot of information from you that there were some mysterious disappearances, but we don't know anything about them. Age range of the people who disappeared, number of people who disappeared. Uh, was there ever a follow-up to figure out what had happened to them? Were the bodies ever found? We don't know much about this crime other than disappearances happened near a windmill. Can we get a little more information about that by any chance? And now, is that count as a Darkest Cosmos? Because I'm asking through them. Would you count that to get? I just want to get information about the crime, but I'm gonna. Do we want to narratively say that I did it there, but we'll use my 2 for Darkest Cosmos? Or you can just.
I don't think you need to do it if you're actually working with a source.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I think we earned this.
Mystical. Yeah.
We earned it. Let's do it.
Yeah, you don't need to spend 2 Numa on that.
Perfect. Yeah. So
Oscar says,
yeah.
Mr. Hawkins told me that there were 6 disappearances from town, all associated with this old windmill. The Clifton kids came to investigate, and one of them disappeared as well. And afterwards, the mayor and the police chief covered it up. Officer Hawkins wasn't able to find anything more because he was forbidden from looking into it. But none of the victims were ever found.
I love I could imagine the staticky sound of it over the wall. Nice.
All right, then Darkest Cosmos, and
yes.
this may answer some questions by asking this question, which I like. How readily available would these other bodies be for me to be able to find? As in, and here's where I think the hole is if the bodies in this are connected to the supernatural thing, you can't answer that question. Because it's because they would be connected to potential phantoms and the supernatural event. But if they are just bodies in locations, I should be able to get to them with the Darkest Cosmos question.
This is as rules lawyery as the games will get.
I'm gonna try to get whatever information I can, because I can only do this move 3 times before I'm out of Numa, and I can't do anything else.
I love it.
Trying to milk
I think my favorite thing about games like this is that it's not like a D&D thing where it's like, no, the rules specifically say that you can't do this. It's more like, hey, GM, can I have like a little bit of a cracker? Just like a little one. And the GM's like, I don't know, you already had lunch and I don't want you to ruin your dinner. And you're like, well, okay, but hear me out.
All right, so I don't think the bodies themselves are supernatural or related to the supernatural purpose of you or this other entity. So you can find them. You know where they are. They're under the ground here.
I think,
and when you get to the spot where you think they are, there's a concrete pad on the ground. Right, somebody's poured concrete here.
Okay, cool. So that's potentially part of the cover-up or part of the crime itself. I think that narratively, if we want to make this fun, we say Pickle finds it, right?
Yeah.
Pickle steps out and starts barking. We go over. And I don't get a stronger supernatural vibe from that area, but I do sense that he senses something. So I inform them, hey, I think we got something here. I don't think it's the supernatural. Whatever Adam felt, I don't think that's it. But there's something here, definitely.
So I'll stand over the concrete. Is it worse there, or... I'm not trying to use it like a metal detector. I'm just trying to, is this about to... Are we about to anger some sort of being? But
you are definitely about to. You sense a swirling threat that is growing as you
Okay.
are approaching
I
this.
tell
Also, I
Skip.
think-
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
think you should use it like a metal detector. I think that's very
Yeah.
good. I like that.
Warmer,
Yeah.
In fact-
burning,
Cold.
cooling down.
Granger.
So,
Granger.
Yeah, Granger for that.
I tell Skip, I'm like, maybe when these people got in the ground, they weren't affected by the supernatural, but the thing that's after us is very much here. And I take the jawbone of the axe and I look at both of you for like, you know what I'm about to do.
Mhm.
Anyone gonna stop me? I crack the concrete pad with this indestructible, awesome blade.
I think that was a bad idea. That's all Roxy will say.
You
I
don't
don't
need
know.
to roll for that. You can
Yeah.
you can crack a pad of
Yeah.
concrete with your awesome blade.
Yes. All right, I do so. I mean, we're pretty. It's up to all of us, I guess, but or maybe it's up to Brennan. But I think the open grave is a good place to maybe end for the week, or do we want to go a little
Yeah,
bit further?
I think that's fine.
No, I think that's cinematically very cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
I think
concrete thing
the-
cracks.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say to put it in cinematic language, you crack it open. I say that's a bad idea. We all peer in. The camera goes into the darkness, and then it says "to be continued."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and of course it's like our three heads pipped, and then the last one is Pickle's head. Like goes
Pickle's
over
head,
the
yes.
head.
Still
Yeah.
smiling
Yeah.
with a big goofy
Yeah.
tongue. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Oh, Pickle. You
Yeah.
cutie.
Doggy.
So yeah, I guess that's it for this week. We probably will be meeting next week to do Katanas and
So
Trenchcoats, I
here-
think. Oh,
We'll discuss off camera. 'cause
yes.
there
Mhm.
Oh,
There
the
may be
holidays are-
complications.
yeah,
There
and
might be-
also,
might be small complications the next couple weeks.
but we do have
Mhm.
2 more episodes of unconventional romance in the can. So if not this, then that.
There'll be
It's a
something.
blast. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
And for
Mhm.
all of you, please leave us a review on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. If it does have a review function, if not, buy an iPhone, download iTunes, give us a positive review, then immediately return the iPhone. And in reward for that, you get this picture I was sent during the broadcast. The closest we
Yeah.
have
Oh my
to
God.
in biker gear. That's the leather
yes.
jacket.
That's
Or-
amazing.
It is a great look.
I love B.
Um,
Arthur too. There,
and a little B.
looking
Arthur, just a little
all,
extra,
all
little
kinds of shiny.
So that's it for us this week. And as always, my traditional way of ending this podcast for over 3 years: watch the guys. Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!